Now, where I left off with my last lecture on the 7 Years' War, I mentioned that the peace really is only temporary. And even though the 7 Years' War was a huge war, it was a world war, and England was the big winner in the war, as far as the French are concerned, the war isn't quite over yet, because France and England fight all the time. And of course, there wasn't just France and England involved in the 7 Years' War, there are other countries as well, but I'm focusing on those two. But of course, France and England fight each other all the time. And so any peace isn't considered to be definitive. It's not necessarily going to be the lasting peace for all time. So the French are already looking ahead, because England is a very powerful country right now. It's the most powerful country in Europe because it has colonies in North America, it has colonies in India, it has colonies in the Caribbean. Its navy is the envy of every country in Europe, has a wonderful navy. But this also means that there are plenty of countries that want to see England knock down a few pegs and who want to restore the balance of power in Europe. And so the French are already anticipating in the 1760s, when the 7-Year War ends, the French are already anticipating that England is going to be weakened by her colonies in North America. And the French have already placed a couple of folks in the British colonies in North America to try to keep a pulse on, or try to get the pulse of the sentiment of the colonists towards England. And of course, as we all know, after the 7 Years' War, the American colonists are expected to pay large taxes to help pay for the war, and many Americans do not think that that is a just thing to do, and so they start to revolt and things like that. And where I'm going to pick up this lecture is right at the beginning of the American Revolution, and I'm going to talk about two different ways that France is interested in America and the American Revolution.